A pleasant day to one and all of you, especially to our instructor, Professor Erickson Antonio. Today, what I'm going to create is I'm going to create a Java encapsulation, which is all about creating a leave management. So in this leave management, the main purpose of doing this is we have two major components in making a leave management encapsulation. The first one is a manager, and the second component is the staff. So what happens here is that in the manager, he will be the one who will be managing all of the file requests of his staffs or his employees. Okay, as for the staffs, what they do is that they are going to file their leave, okay, or they're going to apply for a leave on a specific day, while that manager will manage that leave request of his staff. So by doing this, we need to create a portal, and that portal is where the manager and where the staff will log in only if they know the password and their username. However, if they do not know the password and the username, they won't be able to have access to the staff menu or the manager menu. So in order for us to understand, let us now begin. So first of all, we are going to create or we're going to first create or import the scanner, because all throughout this encapsulation, we are going to get data from the user. And then the second thing to do is we're going to create a class employee, which we already have over here as our main class, public class employee. So now the one thing to remember is that in encapsulation is that we cannot extend, or we cannot create subclasses. The only thing what we can do is we can create a parent class, and that parent class, we can create multiple parent class, but we cannot create subclasses, okay, or child classes. So now let us begin. The first thing, in order to make our job more easier, we are going to create 4 methods. The first method will be for the manager, okay? So we'll create public, or let's just create it static void manager. And then the second static method will be for the staff. I'll explain everything in a bit, but for now, let's just create first the 4 methods. And then the third static method will be for the manager login. And the last static method will be for the staff login. Okay, so now, as we can see, just a quick recap of what we did is we created 4 static methods within the main class employee. That is, of course, aside from the main method. Here in this main method, this is where we are going to combine all of the 4 methods, static methods that we have created over here for the manager, for the staff, for the manager login, and for the staff login. So we are first going to begin with the static major void manager. Okay, the static void manager method. So before that, we're going to create or import the scanner. Scanner. Okay, so once we are done, we can now just copy this and paste it, and also paste it on the other static methods as well, so that we do not have to keep importing scanner every time we are going to change methods. Okay, so now here in this main class over here, this will serve as our parent class, and in our parent class, what we are going to do is this is where we will store all of our getters and setters, and also our attributes or our variables. So let's begin. First, we are going to create a comment. This comment will be for manager, so that we won't get confused later on which variable belongs to which. Okay, so we'll start with the manager. Okay, and we're also going to create another comment for the staff. In that way, we have a more clean code or consistent code. So now in the manager, this manager over here comment is for the manager method. Okay, so whatever we are going to place or create here in this manager method will be stored inside the getters and setters of the manager, or our the manager section of our main class. Okay, so let's begin. In the manager, okay, his privilege is that he gets to manage, he gets to approve, and he gets to reject the he gets to manage, he gets to approve, and he gets to reject the leave applications of his staff. So in order to do that, we are going to create attributes for those privileges that the manager has. So first, we are going to create the private string. This private string is for the name. Okay, so of course we need the name of the staff. Okay, in order for the manager to know who he is going to approve or reject, he needs to know the name. And the second thing that we need to consider, or the second privilege, another privilege that the manager has, is the date. Okay, on he can know what is the date on that, what's the date will that staff leave on. Okay, so a date is of course an integer. Okay, and it will be denoted by the variable name date. And then another thing is that we are now also going to know the reason bakit nga gusto ni staff na umalis. What is the reason kung bakit nag-apply siya for a temporary leave. So this will be private string. String, of course, is because this reason is a group of characters, or group of words rather. Okay, so of course kung gagawa ng rason, hindi naman siya character na A, B, C, D lang. Of course it is words, kaya gumamit tayo ng string. Dito naman sa date, gumamit tayo ng integer primitive data type. That's because a date is usually a number. Okay, we can but we cannot use double is because there is no date that has a decimal. So rather, to be sure or to be safe, we're going to use an integer primitive data type. And the last one will be for the status. That status is whether you approved the person or whether you rejected the person's leave or your staff's leave. So we're going to create another private variable, and then we're going to create it will be a string because it's not a character. This will be status. Okay, leave status. Okay, now we're done. The purpose why we have created it first here instead of creating it a statement here in the method, what we did first is we created their attributes. This is because we do not know if we're really gonna need them or not. That's why naka-private siya. However, later on, kung sure na pala tayo na gagamitin pala natin siya, then we can now provide its getters and setters. It is almost just seen as abstraction, where we do not have to use or show the complete details on a certain thing, or in this case on a certain case, which is the case of a manager. Okay, now let's proceed now to the manager. So mamaya babalikan natin itong mga attributes natin yan, kasi di pa natin sure kung gagamitin pa natin yan. Okay, so we'll start by creating a statement, and this statement is asking, of course, the name of your staff. You want to know who applied for the leave. So right here, enter name. Okay, simple as that. And then we need a variable to store that name. We're going to create string name equals input dot next line. So gagamit tayo ng next line kasi nga string yung gamit natin. Pero kung int yung gamit natin, gagamit tayo next int. Okay, so the next thing to do is, since gumamit na tayo ng name dito sa method natin, and meron din tayong attribute na name dito sa main class natin, we are now going to give a getter and setter, or create a getter and setter for the attribute name. So let's begin. To provide to create a setter in encapsulation, we'll start with the public modifier, which is just simply a modifier, and then we're going to use void, which is a return type, and then we're going to create the name, which is set name, and then inside the parameter list is the string name, is the string and also the name. So we're going to enter it here inside the parameter list. String name, dapat tama yung spelling. Kung lowercase and kung lowercase siya, dapat lowercase. Sulat mo kung uppercase, dapat uppercase. Then open close bracket, and inside this bracket we're just going to do this dot name is equals to name. Okay, so basically what happens is through this setter, what happens is that it will be stored inside this attribute, so that later on in our getter, if we're going to get the value that was stored here in this attribute, we could just store. Okay, we could just call this we could just call the getter. Okay, kasi doon sa getter naka-store na. Okay, so bale, geget na natin. Kukunin na lang natin yung value. Kukunin na lang natin ulit yung value na yun. Okay, the next thing to do is para ma-connect natin itong value na binigay ni user dito sa statement natin na enter name. So, gusto natin ilagay siya dito, right? Okay, so now, since we have a setter, meron na tayong setter, meaning that the only thing we have to do is to set the data. So, provided na yung setter natin, isa-set na lang natin yung data. So, we're going to so in order for us to set the data using the setter that we have created, we are just going to create an object. Okay? First, create an object, and our object will be class name, object name equals new class name, and then open and close parenthesis, and then a semicolon. Okay? So, the class name here is employee. We will create employee. Object name, anything we want, let's just go E, and then equals to new, class name again is employee, and then open close parentheses, and then a semicolon. So now, what we're going to do is, in order for us to call our setter here on the method, is that we are going to call, of course, start by the object name, and our object name over is letter E. So we'll just insert that, and then we are now going to call our setter, and our setter name is set name. So we're just gonna copy that and paste it over here at the bottom, and then we are going to create a parameter. We're going to add two parentheses. Now inside this two parentheses is what we want to store inside our setter set name. And what we want to store is the value that has been stored inside the variable name. Okay? So, what we're going to do is isusulat lang natin itong variable na kalagay dito, or we could just copy this and paste it inside the parentheses and then end with a semicolon. So just a quick recap, what happened here is we already created a setter for our name. Okay, so the only thing we have to do is we have to set the value inside the setter. Okay, and to do that, we are going to call the name of our setter, which is set name. Okay, and then follow that is a parenthesis. Now inside the parenthesis, this is where we store the variable name, where we store the data from the user, or where we store the name of the user. So this means the name of the user will now be set. Is now set. It's because we already created a setter, and now we also called the setter, and we already stored the variable in the setter. So the next thing to do, of course, is i-get natin siya mamaya. So bale, kung kukunin natin siya mamaya, right at this very moment, gumawa na rin tayo ng getter. Pero hindi muna natin gagamitin yung getter, but gagawa lang muna tayo. Just in case mamaya, kapag gagamitin na natin, tatawagin natin ulit, i-call na lang natin yung name ng getter natin. Okay? So to create a getter, we'll start with public, and then we'll go to string, and then it will be named get name. That's the name for getter, and then there won't be anything, any value inside the parentheses, and then open and close bracket, and then we're going to write return name. Okay, so what this does is that once we call this later on, the name of our getter, what happens, it will be we can now get access to the value that has been stored inside the variable name or inside the attribute name. So we are just going to do this all over and over again for the other components in our encapsulation. So the next thing what we are going to ask for from the user is enter the date. Kung kailan niya gusto mag-leave. Enter the date to leave. Ganyan siya. Okay? And then, we are going to store it inside the variable name. That variable will be date. And then, input that next int. Kasi, integer itong primitive data na ginamit natin. So, now, totoo nga, nagumamit tayo ng date. So, therefore, itong private int date natin, gagawin din natin siya ng setters and getters. So, to do that, we are just going to copy this, that just the same with the last one, and then paste it over here, and then let's just change the variable into set date. And then, this is not a string anymore because a date is an integer. Int date. And then, this date is equals to date. And then this will be int get date. Int get date. And then we'll return the date. Okay, so that is it for the so now we want to store we want to set our value. So we're just going to call our date setter or our setter date, which will be set, which is and its name is set date, and then inside the parenthesis, this is where we are going. As you can see, naka na siya, parang may option na siya kung ano ilalagay, which is correct. So we're just going to press enter, and then it has the value or the data has now been stored inside the set date, inside our setter. So mamaya kapag ginet natin, nandoon na yung value. Okay? Now, we're going to create another statement asking the user when was the last time he started working on that month. Okay? So, this is because dito natin pagbabasehan kung i-approve ba natin yung leave ng staff natin or i-reject natin yung leave niya. Okay? And dapat, kung i-approve natin yung leave niya, dapat nakapagtrabaho na siya for at least 20 days in that month. Pero kung hindi pa siya nakapagtrabaho on that month, hindi pa siya nakapagtrabaho ng quota number of days, which is 20, then obviously, regardless of the reason, hindi natin siya ma-approve. Bali, i-reject natin siya. So now, to do that, we're going to ask the user enter the date you last worked. Okay? And then, we're going to store it inside the variable, which will be int L date, which is last date, equals to input dot next int. Ngayon, ang gagawin ko dito, hindi ko siya isa-store or hindi ko siya isa-set. Why? It's because hindi ko siya i-get mamaya or hindi ko naman siya kailangan tawagin talagang. I cannot call it or I can call it. However, for this case, we can just use the variable name LDate instead of setting it inside a setter and then getting it using a getter. Okay? Because the only thing that we need to do, our only business with this statement right here, enter the date you last work, is we're going to use it to know if you're going to approve the leave of a staff or not. Okay? And while for this one, the date of the leave is because it is important to know when will he want to leave. Okay, will it be on that exact same day or will it be on the other day, the day after that, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the next thing to do, okay, so mamaya na natin gawin yung computation kung 20 days ba ang napagtrabahuan niya o hindi. Okay, the next thing to do is to know what is the reason kung bakit niya gusto mag-leave. So, enter reason. Enter reason for leave. Okay? And then we're going to store it inside the variable int reason is equals to input dot next int, because integer yung gamit natin. So now ito gumamit tayo ng reason, diba? And as we can see over here, gumamit nga tayo ng reason. Okay, gumawa tayo ng reason attribute. So what we're going to do is i-copy lang natin to, and then gagawa natin siya ng getters and sarili niyang getters and setters. So set reason, and then this is a string kasi reason is not a number. String reason, and then this reason is equals to reason. And then ipapalitan din natin to. And then yung data type niya, gawin natin siyang string. And then yung date will be reason. So now we have a getter and setter. And then we want to set the value inside the setter, so we're going to call the setter name, which is set reason. And then inside that will be reason. Variable reason. So yeah, nawala na yung error. So tama na yan. The next thing to do is, once we have already completed all of this, we have already asked for the name, we already asked for the date of the stop, we already asked the reason kung bakit niya gusto umalis, at yung kulang lang is yung leave status niya. However, to know the leave status, which is approved ba siya o hindi, now we are going to create a formula and or the computation for us to know kung i-approve ba natin siya o hindi. So in order to do that, we are just going to subtract the current date by the last time that he had worked in that month. Okay, or when he started to work from that month. Okay, then let's just change this into S date, which stands for start date, or when was the date he started working that month. So now to create a formula, we're going to do int and then date required, or we could just do quota date or date required. We can do it anything we want, but this just serves as our guide to know what is the purpose of this computation. So we want to know the date required, which is 20, hindi ba? So therefore, i-minus natin para malaman kung 20 days na siya nakakapagtrabaho. Okay, so in order to do that, we're just going to call the current date, and then we're going to subtract it by the started date. So date minus started date, and then ganon lang siya kadali. Now we are going to create an if-else structure. Okay, and our condition will be based on we're going to call this variable over here, date required, and we'll paste it here inside our parentheses. And then our date, as long as if our date required is greater than or equal to 20 days, then i-display natin siya as approved. Ayan. So leave, this will be leave approved. Ayan. Okay. However, we're going to create an else. Okay. Else, if hindi siya at least 20 days or more, hindi magiging rejected siya regardless kung ano ang kanyang rason. So leave rejected. Yan, para mas kita, i-capital natin yan. Okay, so the next thing to do is gusto natin ipapastore natin kay user kung ano ang kalabasan. Ipapastore natin sa kanya. So we're going to create a statement asking the user to store the leave status. So the leave status, his leave status, okay, and then ipapasulat natin sa kanya. So therefore, kung ano ang ano ang ita-type niya, mag-store siya dito sa loob ng L status or leave status equals to input dot next line. Okay. Then since gumamit tayo ng leave status, and totoo nga gumamit tayo ng attribute ng leave status, we're going to create its public setters and getters as well. So we're just gonna copy that and paste it. So set leave, and then string leave, and then this leave is equals to leave. Leave is equals to leave, and we're going to get this. We're just gonna change get leave, and so once we got that, we want to now store, or we want now to set the value inside the setter. So we're just gonna call the object name, and then we're going to call the setter name, which is set leave status, and inside here will be, or this will be set leave only, and then inside here will be our L status. So therefore, mas store na siya dito. Yung value na naka-store dito sa L status variable natin will be stored inside the our setter set leave. Okay, so para mamaya kapag ginet natin, nandoon na yung value. Okay, so now, para makita natin, okay, para mas maintindihan natin, gagawa natin siya ng header as a guide, okay? Which will be named manager, or manage leave rather. And then semicolon. So now, para makita ni user, or bibigyan natin si user ng documentary proof na ni-reject or in-approve natin yung kanyang leave, para so that he can do anything he wants. Gusto niya man i-print yung documentary proof niya yan or picture yan, basta may ipapakita tayong parang documentary proof that we had successfully approved or rejected his application for a temporary leave. So now, we're going to just simply create a header as our guide, another header as our guide, na ang ito naman is our documentary proof. So check leave status. Ganyan. So design na lang natin siya ng madalian. Okay? So nakagawa na tayo ng ating header for the check leave, or for our documentary for his or her documentary proof rather. And now we're just going to store, we're just gonna call we're just going to get the data that has been stored by the setters para ma-picturean or ma-print ni user yung documentary proof niya. Makita niya yung mga details na in-input at binigay natin sa kanya kung approve ba siya o hindi. So name, we store, we're going to concatenate it with the getter, which is get name. Okay? And with a semicolon. The next thing to do is just we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it 3 more times. And then the second statement will be for date of leave. So kailan nga gusto ni user umalis. And then i-get natin yung date kung kailan niya gusto umalis. Then the third statement will be for reason of leave. Okay? Reason, and then we're going to just get the reason. Ganyan. And over here, the last one will be leave status. Kung in-approve ba natin siya o hindi. Kung ano man ang naging verdict natin, i-display natin siya dito gamit ang getter na get leave. Okay. So now, para ma-testing natin kung gumagana siya, kung maayos naman yung ano niya, para mamaya i-ano na lang natin siya, tuloy-tuloy na lang. I-run na muna natin siya. Okay, so we forgot to call it in the main method, so we're just gonna call the method name. The method name is manager. So hindi na natin siya gagawin na object kasi static method nga siya. Okay, manager, and then yun, i-run. So yung sa manager method lang ang magpapakita. So kaya tanong dito, name of staff natin. So let's say Mr. De La Cruz. Okay, Mr. De La Cruz. And then enter the date of to leave or of leave. Let's say gusto niya umalis sa 31. Based sa document niya or sa application niya, gusto niya umalis sa 31. And then sa date kung kailan niya last nagtrabaho in 11. Okay, nakita natin doon sa document niya na at this month nagtrabaho siya noong 11. So at by subtracting the date of his kung kailan niya gusto umalis at yung date kung kailan siya nag-umpisang magtrabaho, dapat makapag 20 days siya or more para ma-approve natin siya. Okay? Then, enter the reason for leave. So, yung sa kanyang document, sabi niya, is because sick siya or may lagnat siya. So, therefore, kapag in-enter natin yan, makikita natin na leave approved. Why? It's because 31 minus 11 is na-meet niya yung quota, which is 20 days. So, meaning, i-approve natin siya kasi nakapagtrabaho naman na siya sa quota number of days. So, i-approve natin yung leave niya. And then, ipapatype natin, tapos itatype natin yung kanyang status, which is approved. And then, dito na yung documentary proof niya na in-approve natin. Name, Mr. De La Cruz, date of leave, and leave status, which is binigay natin, approve. Okay. So, kung makikita naman natin, gumagana naman ng maayos yung ating manager.